Okay,
Some
I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Right. Okay. Well, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are across the globe. Today with me, co-hosting this show is Otis Day, aka Lloyd G Williams. Always a privilege to talk to you, to interview you, to be in your midst. So thank you so much.
it's always a pleasure. Always for you.
Well, tonight, Otis is going to co-host this show with me, and we've got two fabulous artists coming up. One is Dareel Marley, from Nigeria, and there's going to be a bit of a mix of Afro beats, a bit of soul, and a little bit of pop in there. And then hopefully on the other side, Terry Thompson, he's going to pop in briefly because he's sort of transitioning on a flight at the moment. But he's just going to come in and talk to us a little bit about some of the incredible stuff that he's got available. But without further ado, Otis, now tell us what's happening in your world because you've been in the industry for a long time and you are now making a comeback. So just give us a little bit about where you're coming from and look at this. Do you look at look at that? All this wonderful thing. The original voice of Shout and Shama Lama Ding Dong. This is the original voice. So tell us a little bit about what you've been doing recently, Otis.
Well, to be totally honest, it's been fabulous, and due to the COVID, and I know this has been something that's been plaguing the planet, and everyone. Uh, we all were having hard times with finding what to do with ourselves, and
Mm,
um, I and my partner, as you know, pops from 1500 to nothing, the
yeah.
Dobson family. We decided to work through the COVID instead of just sitting back and waiting for it to end. So
Yes.
we've collaborated together a team where it's myself, Pops, Lawrence Dobson, uh, Larry Tate, and Andrew Brenner, and he's the engineer. And we had some projects that were presented to us. One of the
Mm,
pro- one of the projects was you probably noticed that Ronald Isley is coming back on the scene. So
yes.
uh, the thing is, now he dropped a song with Snoop Dogg, which is one of our, we're partners with him, and I'll get to a story about that in a moment about Snoop. But he dropped a song with Snoop Dogg. He's also working with Dr. Dre, and he's
Okay.
working with a number of other individuals. But the nice thing about this project is Pop's son, Lawrence, who you
Right.
met at
Yes.
1500, he's producing the whole album. And
Wow.
he has the single coming out with the duet with Earth, Wind, and Fire and Ronald Isley.
Oh, wow.
It's amazing. It's amazing. This is. I know your audience is getting this, but I won't name the songs. I can't give up too much, but it's an exciting thing, and
Mm,
the family's involved. So that's why me and Pops got together, and we're creating this team because everyone wants to introduce songs and see who can get something placed. Because
mm.
Ronald's a legend, a legacy. I consider him one of my mentors today, when I was coming up through the industry. So, of course I did because I recorded his song Shout in the movie
Yes.
Animal House. And it's a big hit for me. So, I love this cat. And to see him now at 79, it's amazing. So we're working through this pandemic, and we're collaborating, coming up with not only songs for him, but a library and a
Wow.
database that to offer some of the artists that are coming through 1500 or nothing, which they've gotten 5 Grammys, so they're well
Yes.
in the game now, and a lot of people are looking for them for attention and hits, and the Academy over there, and just going back around again. 2 weeks ago, we did Snoop Dogg's mother's birthday party.
Wow.
Yeah, got some live footage that I'll get to you later, but right now we can't air it without permission and all these other things.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
But it was amazing. It was fabulous. It was her 70th birthday, you know, and it was on the Snoop compound, and it was amazing, you know, nice turnout, along with my group, Pops and Dareel Coleman. Lenny Williams performed, so we had a
Oh,
nice time.
Lenny, I'm interviewing him in a few weeks' time as well.
Oh,
Lenny.
tell him I said hello again. We're pretty good friends.
Oh, excellent. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm just going to add Dareel into the stream, but I'll keep talking to you because I want to just play one of your tracks.
I just wanted to share that bit. But one other thing, we
Mm.
all have, unfortunately, after the party, the following Monday, Snoop's mom fell ill, and she had to go in the hospital. So we're all praying for her to recover, fully recover, and get back on her feet. And we're
Okay.
asking her to do that. Yeah.
Okay, bless. So we'll put out some love and support to the family at this time. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is, as I said, Otis Day, aka Lloyd G Williams, and he's going to be co-hosting this show with me. And I'm going to soon be talking to this incredible artist, Dareel Marley. Dareel Marley. But before I do that, I want to play a track by Otis Day, and it's one of my favorites. And it's, I mean, it's out of Superstar or Mercy Mercy, and I'm going to play, hopefully it will be Superstar that I play. So I'll just give you a little taste of this, and then we're going to introduce my first guest, Dareel Marley. So ladies and gentlemen, Superstar. Listen to this voice.
I wanna tell you, baby, the changes I've been going through. Missing you, missing you, oh, yeah. Until you come back to me, I don't know what I'm gonna do. No, 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 no. Yeah, yeah.
Salut.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to On the Sofa with Esther, and in the background is Superstar boy Otis Day, aka Lloyd G Williams, and who just joining us is Dareel Marley. Just one moment, Dareel.
Don't you remember you told me you loved me, baby? You said you'll be coming back this way again, baby. Baby, 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 oh, lady, I love you. I really do.
Oh, wow. One of my favorite tracks. One of my favorite tracks. And we're going to hear a little bit
Oh,
more from Otis a little later down in the show. But I'm so excited. Unmute yourself to have in the studio with me Dareel Marley. Dareel, unmute yourself.
Oh, thank
Brilliant.
you very much. I hope you can hear me.
We can hear you. Well,
Okay.
Dareel, basically,
Yeah.
there's a bit of a
Good
time lag.
evening.
Apologies.
Yeah,
Hello.
I said, can you
This
hear me clearly?
I can. There's a bit of a time delay, so but I can hear you. I can hear you. Well, thank you so much for showing up today. Thank you. It's going to be a great interview. Look, I've got your name scrolling along the bottom. Look at that. Look at that. Scotch it there.
Thank you.
But
Thank
but I'd like
you.
to
Thank you
introduce
so
you
much.
to yeah. I'd like to introduce you to Otis Day. He's going to be co-hosting the show with me. And Otis, this is Dareel.
Hey, Dareel
Yeah,
Marley.
enough respect.
Much love, man. Much love.
Well, Dareel, we'll work with this. Like I said, there's a bit of a time lag, so apologies if I do talk over you on occasion. But Dareel, I've listened to a lot of your music, and you have different genres. I just love that you can mix and flow between pop. There's some Afro beats in there. There's some soul. There's some R&B, and for each one, there's a vibe. You're quite fluid. So if I had to ask you, what does music do to you? Where does it hit you, Dareel?
For me, the music, it's my peace. It's something that actually, it's something that actually may put a meaning, like gives a meaning to my life. You know, it's
Mm,
without the music, I don't really know. There's every other thing is just confusing. The world is just everything is really than anything. But the
mm.
music makes me be like, yeah, this is where you're going. This is it.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. And how long have you been producing, creating music? Because you're a producer at, is it badboiz house? Is it Cotonou? Have I pronounced that correctly?
Yeah, it's actually like written and a studio. Just it's not really my studio. I
Okay.
produced last year,
Uh-huh.
and I started producing because uh, here in Africa it's a little difficult for a lot of uh, a lot of artists in our community, like the local artists. It's really difficult for us to get studio times, and it's really expensive for the artists here down here in where I'm from actually. So
Okay.
you have to have a. That was why I actually started, and I started last year, and yeah,
Okay.
I produced my music.
Okay. And when did you formally realize, or how old were you, Dareel, when you started, when you realized that you had this love and this passion for music and that you wanted to create the music and produce music?
And I've been the music has always been my thing. Uh, I've been in bands. Like I had a band. I had
Mm,
a friend. Just it's not like it's my band. It's my friend, and we. It's something I've been doing since I started singing. Yeah, and it's something I've always wanted to do. And my family to them because they've always saying, "Yeah, you've got it. Go for it. You've got it. Go for it." And
excellent. Excellent. Otis, is there anything you would like to?
Yes, I'm like, I'm so impressed that it seems like you're quite young. You were born in what, 1996?
yeah, I was born 1995.
95. So you're basically about 26, 25, 20, right in that area, right?
Yes, sir. I'm
So I'm
25, sir.
so impressed because you remind me of me when I was that age. That's when I got my first hit record. But you got this very early, and you made a statement saying that music is everything and everything else is confusing, which is exactly the way the world is. And you, at such a young age, to make a statement like that, you know, it's something that'll never. You're on your way to a huge destiny. Now, you said you formed bands. Was that high school or earlier?
It's not. It's not an high school. It's just my street friends, like friends from the hood.
Okay.
We just we have a I have a guy from the ghettos, and he plays the drums. I have one. He plays the keyboard, and I sing, and we just boom into some occasions, and we get paid gigs, and that was how we started. Just,
Well, that's a great start. I mean,
not really school.
that's amazing. That's amazing. So I see truly it's in your soul, the bright future ahead of you. And I'm looking forward to meeting you once I come across the water and hang out with you guys. You know, I do plan on doing that. And perhaps we can share some things. I do believe there's something that you have to offer, and I'd love to have some of the folks in the States hear you.
Yeah. Well, we're going to hear one of the tracks now. We're going to listen to one of Dareel's tracks now. And this one is called Money.
Come on, lady.
You got any moves to this?
The voice is it's a little bit it's slow. I don't know if it's repeating itself. I'm sorry. I'm hearing myself.
Yeah, it's the
I'm
time
sorry.
lag. It's the time lag. I mean, what was that? What's that track about? What is what are you saying in that track?
Yeah, the track is actually an awake song for our youth. Like the song has three different messages, and it says, one is Jah help me not to be foolish while I'm growing. That is one message it says. And it says, no one fool at 40p. Ogbeni G, Ozu, no go to sleep. Which means be awake, stay woke and walk. Stay woke and walk. And another one, the third message is you that is looking for the woman, the woman is always going to be there, but she's going to need money too.
She's gonna need what? What's that last bit? She's gonna need
some money too. She's gonna need to be taken care of, you know.
And don't stop her money. Let her do that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I mean, you're absolutely.
Yes, I believe that you'll be a great voice too, because what you said earlier again about music is everything and everything else is confusing, because a lot of folks out there don't have the music, so they're dealing with all the confusion, and they'll come to you and listen to your music and you help them to mature and move forward and say, stay, walk, like you said, awake.
They woke.
Sleepwalk.
Can I say something? In my community, because I had to leave. I'm Nigeria, originally from Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you know Nigeria. So I had to leave my country. You know, I wasn't really in a lot of support from the people around me, and
Okay.
because the place I'm from, we have a lot of superstars, like a lot of superstars that could actually say, "Hey, Dareel Marley, okay, come gonna set you up."
Mm.
Everybody just wanna be successful and own pocket, and that was not the plan for me. I wanted to change that, but that was why I moved to Cotonou. To cut the story short, where I'm in now, I help the local artists, like the ones. I don't know if you listen to my album. There's one track on it, African Manu. Maybe I'll send it over to you later. It's actually a
Okay.
live music and a live record.
Okay.
I did here in Benin Republic. It's a French African country, and I help the local artists, the ones that don't know about the music business, because I know a little.
Okay.
I know of on how to promote the music business. And
Oh, he's gone. Okay, that's live radio, live TV stuff like that happens. He'll be back, as they said, as Arnold Schwarzenegger said, he'll be back. So, I mean, I like his music. I like the rhythm, but I also like his consciousness around not just the music, but also the industry and what he can offer others. What do you feel, Otis?
Absolutely. I do believe that he will be successful. I do believe him moving. Sometimes you have to move. You know, sometimes you really have to move. Once you get everything you can from where you're at, and then you're ready to tell your story, because you're going to have that opposition. You know, you're not going to get the support. You know, so
Yeah,
you have to take where there are like-minded people where you're at. You know, you got to
absolutely,
surround
definitely.
with like people, and he's well on his way to doing that.
Yeah,
You know, and I wish him much success, and he can help the younger people, his generation, in the community. And again, I'd love for him to one day, you know, get some of his music, and perhaps because there's a guy over there also that we work with called Afrojack that
okay.
works with. He's out of London, but
Uh-huh.
he's actually working with the Japanese families that we're working with 1500 over in Japan with LDH. You need to just look at LDH and take a look at their platform, Esther. And
Okay.
again, a lot of platforms out there for young Black artists to help other cultures who are now looking at our culture to
Mm,
say, you know, I mean, it's something that everyone wants to be a part of, you know,
yes.
and
Yes.
unfortunately, as they say, they love the culture, but they dislike the people. You can't have it that
Yeah.
way.
It's
You
interesting you
know.
say that. It's interesting because I've been watching a lot of the sort of like the old Motown videos and stuff, and a lot of the audiences are predominantly of a certain color, and I thought, isn't that interesting? They really enjoy the music, and as you said, they don't like the people, and I just found that an interesting paradox. Um, and I mean, it doesn't make sense to me, but it's what has happened, and what continues to happen. Um,
Yeah.
but what I'm going to do now, actually, whilst we're waiting for Dareel to come back on, if he comes back on, I'm going to play another one of his tracks, and this one is
Okay.
called Runaway. Runaway. So, ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to On the Sofa with yours truly, Esther Austin. I'm co-hosting the show with Otis Day. It's really interesting, and I think it depends on the time of day that I do these recordings, because in the evening, it's all sort of, sometimes you get lots of interference. And I did a recording in the morning last week, and it was clear. So I guess, you know, the system is just under pressure. Anyway, so I'm going to play now this track by the artist Dareel Marley, and it's called Runaway.
Oh, D Marley. Oh, no. Ifeanyi mo ní fún ẹ gangan. Baby, má lọ sálọ. Baby, má lọ sálọ. Ìfẹ́ tí mo ní fún ẹ, baby, mi ò lọ. Má lọ sálọ. Baby, má lọ sálọ. Can I get your number, girl? Oh, yeah, single, yeah, na 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 na. Gratitude,
Nice, isn't it?
na 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 na. I never met no one, nobody fun like this. Oh no, she's so sweet, American kiss. Oh no, no.
Yeah, he's definitely got something. He's definitely got something.
Yes, he
Definitely.
does, and he should come back on the show and be able to, if once we get better reception, and have him do a little bit more.
Absolutely, absolutely. But whilst we're waiting for him to come back on, we can now return our focus to you. You know, as they say in show business, the show must go on. So you were talking about some of the stuff that you've got coming up and some of the partnerships and the collaborations that you've been working on and working with. Can you share a little bit more about what we can expect? I mean, and is it this year, Otis?
Well, it will be this year. It will be this year. I've been pretty much busy behind the scenes, covering all of the business end of it. You know, taking care of the trademarks, the brands, and all of that. Because you know my story. Part of my story is teaching the young people not to go through what I went through initially in the beginning of my story at the age of Dareel and Marley and those guys. Because again, if you don't know the business and don't take care of your business, you want to get as much as you should out of the business. So I'm in the process now of taking care, again, the trademarks, the brands, the domain sites, making sure that I own the rights to all of these things prior to releasing anything and marketing anything, because again, I don't want anyone to claim that, well, here's a window and we can take this, because he's unaware of it. So I'm with a pretty, and it's taken some time, but I mean, that's the beauty of it. I'm enjoying it now. Again, getting with the amicable thing I got with Universal. We actually, I'm able to work without any hassles and be worried about, oh well, someone's gonna deny me of doing what I'm doing.
Okay.
It's a beautiful thing there, So I'm really excited, and I did have other material that I was willing to think that was fabulous, but I'm realizing that with this new writing team that I'm working with, we're coming up with some amazing material. So I may pick something from it. We're having such a large library happen now. I'm just
excellent.
Like, wow, this is
excellent. Right, and I need to be one of the first to know when you got your stuff out. Yeah, you come to me, one of the first. One of, because. Okay, well, what I'm going to do now then, I'd like everyone to listen to this other track that Dareel's coming back on. Here he is. You've sung it, Mercy, Mercy, Mercy. Oh, here he is. We're making it work. We've got to make it work. Hey, you're back.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Like my internet started. Yeah.
Well, you're back.
You're back. That's the main thing. Yeah. No, it happens. It happens. And like I was just saying to Otis, the saying, the show must go on. So we'll make it work however we make it work. Um, and we've just listened to Runaway, your track Runaway.
Yes.
Let's
So, I mean, I was going to go over to play something from Otis, but now that you're back, just tell us a little bit about that track. What's the thinking behind Runaway?
okay. Runaway. That's a little bit personal. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a song. Yeah, I wrote it. I wrote it after somebody actually left. Somebody came back.
Okay.
Yeah, that was.
Okay. So your songs are.
The song actually.
Sorry, go on. Apologies. No, go on.
No problem. Yeah, the song says, "The love that I have for you, I hope you don't run away."
Oh, nice, nice, nice.
Uh-huh.
And so your songwriting skills, I mean, as with most people, they're about your experiences and the experiences of people around you. Is that right?
Yeah.
Otis?
Cool.
He likes you. Otis likes you.
Well,
You got to
that
keep.
is. Yes, absolutely. I mean, because that's where the real music comes from. If you can take a life experience and make someone else feel like that happened to me,
Yes.
I can relate, And sometimes life makes you move on. You can't help it because the journey we're not in control of. And you made a prime example of it on that song. And the thing is, I like to always reach back when you were forming the things with the corner guys and all of that. The one thing about this life's journey that we're taking is that everyone won't make it to the major league. No matter how hard you try to bring people along, you have to bring yourself along.
Yeah.
And it sounds like you're well on your way by sharing your experiences because, again, it's something that you didn't want to do and you don't want to see happen, but it happens. That's part of life. That's part of the journey. And you have to share it with someone and say, hey, I felt that. I've been there. So nice. Kudos.
Respect, sir.
And when you left, is it Benin? Is that? You said you moved to is it a different country or a different part of Nigeria?
No, I left Nigeria.
You left Nigeria. So what was that? Oh, this mother goodness. What did that feel like to you? What just leaving everything behind. What did that feel like? And did you birth a song because of that?
Me leaving Nigeria, I think that was made me more serious. It made me okay. I was living in another country, far from home, so it made me work more.
Want more? Excellent. Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, there's a wisdom that you have already. I mean, you're about the same age as my youngest son, and it's just really nice when we talk to young men who have a certain type of wisdom, and they're not carrying some of the stories that us as elders have carried that have held us back in a way, and it's really refreshing. It's almost like there's a new wave of this is where I'm going, and nothing's going to stop me, and you understand consciously what it takes to get there. And that's what I'm really hearing from you. But whilst we're talking to you, just don't go away. Don't go away. Hello.
Hello, Miss
How about
Esther.
hello? Are you Terry or are you Thaddeus?
I'm Thaddeus.
Oh, you're Thaddeus. That's the name. Hello, Thaddeus.
Terence is on the plane.
Okay.
Going on his vacation. How's it going, everybody?
Well, let me just introduce you.
Okay.
So, Otis Day, aka Lloyd G Williams, he's co-hosting with me today.
Okay.
Yes.
He is the original voice of Shout and Shama Lama Ding Dong from the hit movie Animal House.
He's a living legend.
Yes, that's right. That's right. And then this young gentleman here, there's somebody else on this Terence. This is incredible. This young gentleman, he's early 20s, but he's got some incredible music out.
Wow.
And then
Awesome.
this gentleman, he's with Terry. And so what is the name of are you a group in itself, or you're just individuals as part of the group? Let's see if I get Terence.
It's individuals as part of the group. It's Mr. Terence Thompson. He just dropped a awesome CD called No Inhibitions.
Okay.
And so it's a collaborative effort of a bunch of great musicians just coming together to make it happen, and it really blessed me.
Excellent.
It really blessed me.
Excellent. And what sort of what role do you play in all of this?
I'm just the trombonist.
Not just, everything makes the whole. So each part is important to make the whole.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely right. So I was pulled in on this project by Mr. Terence Thompson. He sent me the track. He told me to check it out. Whatever I felt, get in there and put it there. And he's really been teaching me a lot about this recording game. So I come from I was a street entertainer playing go-go in Washington, D.C. So I came from that facet and straight into the recording studio. So, and he's taught me a lot.
Okay. Well, Terence, thank you so much. I know that you're sort of on the move at the moment, so thank you for coming in. You see, if I came to the States now, I won't be able to recognize you behind that mask.
I know, right? So I'm going to do it right quick because I'm sorry to be disrespectful.
No, you're not. You're not.
It's
just joking.
But thank you guys for having me. I really appreciate it.
That's fine. That's fine. Thank you for the time. And I'd just like to introduce you to this young man at the top, Dareel Marley. He's some incredible body of work out. I might just play a little bit for you. And also this gentleman down here is Otis Day, aka Lloyd G Williams, and he's co-hosting with me today. And this is a real pleasure to have all of you here together, incredible people with incredible vision and foresight, and just ready to make things happen and make things work. So thank you so much for joining me. So awesome. Dareel, what I'd like to do, because I know your time is limited, I'd just like to play one of Dareel's, a little bit of his track for you all to hear, because I think it's nice when young people are sort of surrounded by elders who can, elders or people who are older than themselves, who can sort of give them some insight. So this is, which one am I going to play? Okay, I'm going to go back to play Money.
Shaping the body, make mama make man. Oh no, shaping it to the whole night, make sure it to mama salo. Kilo re, I say. Kilo re, no. Shaping the money, where you find gold. Shaping the money, where you find gold.
So that's a little bit from what we're talking about to this young man tonight. And Terence, because I know that your time is tight as well, just tell us a little bit more about your latest offering. And I'm going to play some segments from the track that you've sent through.
Okay, well,
Tell us what you've been working on lately.
okay, well, let me just say that track is fire. So definitely want to look you up, brothers. Get a hold of everything you got out there. It's very nice. I definitely want to check it. My wife, she loved that. But I appreciate what you're doing. But also, yeah. So the project that I have out now, that the full album is If I Only Had a Band, which is a 19 to 20 song project that I put out. We worked on it, started it during the pandemic. We banged out probably about, I think, close to like 27 songs. And then the final scrub, I only put 20 on the project. And since then, I've released I think 3 more singles. And the goal is to release 2 singles a month for the rest of the year.
Wow.
Yeah, so the Her Strut is one of the singles that we were able to get that on. We released Back in Love. We released a straight ahead jazz record, which is called Take It. And then I'm about to release, I think probably my favorite song is a song called Safe Travels that I just wrapped up the final mix on yesterday. So, and then we got a ton of other music. I'm writing some songs for a couple of artists that are out now. They'll be recording those. And hopefully, we'll keep working, and I just connected with the artist in London, Jazzy D, that she and I were going to collaborate on something as well. So I just want to work,
Wow, excellent. I mean, you've got a really unusual and unique sound, and like I said, I'm going to play an excerpt from some of your stuff, and yeah. Can I call you Thad? Because I think I can't. Can I?
Absolutely.
Because I think I'm going to get my teeth mixed up here.
Absolutely.
Thad. But you have a very unique, a very fresh sound. And I know it might sound a bit silly, but it's almost a little bit futuristic as well, and a blend of the old, a blend of the new. There's a blend of something and everything in that. And I actually went to bed listening to your stuff last night because it's that type of music where you think, and then you listen to another track and it's different, and it's like, but it's still fresh. And that's really great. And it's just like with Dareel and his music, he does a bit of pop, he does a bit of soul, he does afrobeats, he does a bit of everything. And as Otis was saying earlier, he's got some new stuff coming out as well. Hey. But he's got some new stuff coming out as well. So let me just go over and play an excerpt from Her Strut, Hey Queen. I love this. I'm like, that's me.
Come on. Come on, brother, come on. And hey, when may I ask you anything? Your smiling face, my dear, today. No, it always seems the same.
So tell us a little bit more about that particular track. Hey Queen. I mean, it's obviously a lyric. Just expand a bit more on that.
So, my approach to like writing that song, it was just, I was just trying to think about something that, from the male's perspective and the female's perspective, and that initial interaction. Because we've all been in that awkward moment where, you see that someone and you want to say something to them, but you're not really sure how you should approach that person, so I thought that was the best way, is just to say, hey, Queen, may I talk or maybe walk with you, that slide in there easily, try to show that your mama raised you right, you know, and and you know you're respectful, but in the same token, you know, you have a little bit of swag too, you know.
A little swag.
A little
Yeah.
swag, yeah.
I see Otis smiling about this track. Otis, what have you got to say?
Well,
Oh, he's gone. He's gone. Okay, we'll just keep moving. As I say, the show must go on. And Dareel, what did you think of that track? I mean, he talked about, you know, when you meet a queen and you say, "Hey, queen," to get your.
Like I was actually listening to the chorus actually, not even I was the chorus got me from
you guys have
like yeah. I love music.
Dr. Terence.
I love the music before the lyrics.
You love the music and the lyrics.
Thank you, brother.
Brilliant, brilliant. And so, sorry, Otis, you're back. So, hello.
Yeah, I'm back. Now, who's playing the trumpet? Is that Dr. Terry Thompson?
No. That's Jean Cos. Jean
Who's
Cos
that?
actually he tours with Michael Bublé. He's on all of my he's on all just about every song on all my projects. But he plays the trumpet. So yeah, we have an assortment of different musicians. I write and arrange and compose all the music and the lyrics and bring in my team.
Excellent, excellent. And Thad, let's go.
Amazing. And I'm a trumpet player too. I started when I was 11, and I still have my first brass on. So it's amazing when I hear it.
Wow.
Oh, brother. Well, we'll be reaching out. We all listen. Tell them that we always trying to build. And my man,
absolutely.
Yeah, however we can connect with. We love connecting with musicians from all over. So definitely.
Excellent, excellent. And Thad, let's come to you a little bit now. So tell us a little bit about about your part in all of this.
My part in all of this, it was such a blessing how it all came about, and just to be surrounded by just so many magnificent musicians, and then when you have a great producer such as Mr. Terence Thompson, it just makes it easy to put it together, just to lay something in there. I feel like any good musician, it's an easy job when you have a great producer. So really, he does all of the hard work. He does all of the hard work because when you put a magnificent tracks together like that, it just makes it so much easier for the musician. So I'm just blessed to be a part of this, and I'm blessed to in the coming be on some more tracks. So I'm just humble and grateful for it all.
Excellent.
And just keep polishing my craft.
Excellent. And that's one thing that, whoever I interview, those who are serious about music, they always talk about, always refining, getting better, pitching and aiming. And I mean, Otis was part of the Motown, I would say, gravy train. And when I've interviewed each of those artists, one thing they always say is it was all about perfection, being the best. It was, I remember sometimes they said they used to pitch against each other, and they'd be going on stage, say, yeah, we're better than you. But it was that friendly competition and they held each other accountable to, let's keep leveling up. So that's great. And even with Marley, I mean, he's a young man coming up, but he's already got that, you can already see that hunger in him to keep leveling up. So, this is fantastic. Sorry, Otis, you were going to say.
Well, every time I seem to start talking, my internet, listen, enjoy some of this from you all. It's just amazing that these two young talented men, are able to express themselves. And again, I see a bright future, and if I have, awesome.
Excellent. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to play a little bit more from Dareel, and this one is actually called Runaway. And then I'm going to come back to yourselves. So this is Runaway by Dareel Marley. I'm bigging you up.
Baby, money forever, leave me alone. Never met no one, nobody fun like this. Oh no, she's so sweet.
So that's this young man right in front of us and sharing his music. So, Dario, do you have any questions for any of these gentlemen that might help you as you sort of climb the ladder?
Yeah, I have a lot of questions because I don't really know music, the music business and the music world. I just know how to make my music and release them. It's just what I know how to. and how would I reach those people like out of my room, out of my community? Because if I join some groups, some Facebook groups, I don't really know how to get my music across my country.
Okay. Well, if you don't mind, I can I can give you each other's details outside of this. Okay, gentlemen?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
And let me just say this one thing too. But look, hey my man, you are original. It's fresh. I mean, it's something that I would vibe to. You know, I'm gonna track it down however I can, and I'm just gonna encourage you, keep doing what you're doing, man, because you're at a whole nother level, and don't doubt what you're doing, and don't doubt what you think you hear, because I hear exactly what you hear too. You know what I mean? That thing that you hear when you listen to your music, I've heard it, and it's just short period of time. So don't stop what you're doing.
What you're doing. Yeah. Excellent, excellent. And Terence, I'm now going to play a little bit from Back in Love. Now, just give us a bit of the story around that. You know, where was that coming from? And then the next question that I'd like to offer to both of you is, you know, when you are performing, where does that take you? Because your music is quite unique in its own way, and you know, each artist experiences and receives things differently. But for both of you, where does it take you? So the first question would be, tell us a little bit about Back in Love, and then where does it take you?
Okay, yeah. So Back in Love is basically a song that I wrote. I mean, it's about, you know, a couple, any couple that's ever been in love. You know, they break up, they make up. You know, that crazy couple. You hate each other one minute, but you're right back at it the next minute. You know, so that's what the song is about. But look, my plane is boarding, and I have to really go. But I do want to say this: my creative process is just, there is no process for me. I just go where the music takes me, you know, and I feel it, and it's organic. So I don't set up with a pen or a pad or go down in any in particular thing. I just let it happen.
And you can see that, you can hear that in your music. That's what I sense, because you've actually answered the question I was going to ask you. Because it's expansive. I am going to let you go, but I'm going to get you back on another time.
Please. Yeah, I would love that. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much.
Guys, stay safe. Thank you. Take care.
So as I said, I'm going to play some Back in Love, and then we can have a discussion around that. Thank you, Thad. Thank you, Dareel. Thank you, Otis, for joining me on the sofa with Esther today.
Thank you.
Pretty exciting. This. Right, so let's pull up the
Thank
track. Very jazzy as well, isn't it? Very jazzy, very soul-y. It's like a little bit of everything in the pot, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's so good 'cause I really love you. Let me get this off my chest. I thought you were just like all the rest. I really knew that you were simply.
Interesting. I think she's got really interesting vocals as well, and the way she pitches it.
Does he do the vocal?
Sorry? Ariel?
I said, is he the one behind the vocals?
Is
Drum?
sorry, I don't, because
I said, is he the one behind the vocals, like the vocals?
oh, is he?
Can you
No,
hear
who's
me?
behind the vocals? Thad, do you know who's behind the vocals?
Yes, that's an artist that he just connected with. I don't know her name, but I know he just connected with her. Actually, I think they met on the internet, and she sent he sent the track to her, and she sent the track back to him with her vocals on it.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and it just happens
It's
just
like
like that. It happened just like that. Because his thing is, you know, not just dealing with a certain amount of musicians, but he just like to move around. Anybody that comes in his path, you know, he'll give them a chance to see what they have. And in most cases, I've never seen a case where it didn't work out.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
they
real organic.
just, yeah, that's
Real
awesome.
Wow. Sorry, Otis, you were about to say?
That's the way the business should be done. You know, basically, you want to be able to work with everybody and give people an opportunity, because it's about, again, if you one of the keys that this conversation that we're having is the freestyling that we have in our spirit that everyone else doesn't have. So you don't need a pen and a pad. You listen to whatever that's being offered at your ability, and that's how you create. I mean, because if you try to, a lot of times, a lot of people would like to take a song and try to emulate something that they heard in the past, and that may not be what that track is saying. So again, go with it, and you throw things against there and see what sticks and what doesn't. It's not recorded until you make sense.
Excellent. Yeah, and that's a soul thing, isn't it? Because, you know, when you're expressing from your soul, so like how Dareel operates, how Otis operates, how Thad and Terence, and myself, it's a soul thing. And when it's a soul thing, then you sort of go beyond your ego that can sometimes stop you from moving forward or taking that risk. And then you enter into this, I like this, with this pot puree of everything. And it's like being a kid in a candy store. It's almost like we can play with all this and make something of it. Or what can we create from it? And as you've just said, that, you know, when what Terence does, it works.
Yeah, it works. It works.
Okay, excellent. And I've played a bit from everybody's, from Dareel and from Terence, but I'm going to play a little bit now from Otis and his take on Mercy, Mercy Me. Is that okay? Yeah, Mercy, Mercy Me, because I did Superstar before.
Sure, go for it.
So here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to On the Sofa with Esther.
Oh, mercy, mercy me. All things ain't what they used to be. No, no. Where did all the blue skies go? Boys,
That's his vocal.
north and south and east.
Wow.
Sorry? That's Otis. Here we go.
All things ain't what they used to be. No, no. Oil wasted on the ocean and up on our seas, a fish full of mercury. Oh, mercy, mercy me. Oh, mercy, Father.
So, you know, there's so much.
One of the things I want to say.
Awesome.
I was trying
It's awesome.
that more rhythms. So I recorded a whole album to show them that, you know, we don't always have to rely on the mechanics and the electronics, you know, because back in our day, we did everything, you know, so that's my rendition of, you know, it's appreciated.
Excellent.
That's awesome.
Excellent. And, you know, today I'm going to have to, you know, I've not got long left before I wind down, but, you know, this has been really wholesome.
Yeah.
And it's really nice because that's why I like to, I'm very much about old school meeting new school and having that intersection, because there's another podcast I'm going to be doing with the millennia, and she's 28, but there's me coming from one end of the spectrum, she's coming from another end. And then we're going to just bring it together. And it's all about that collaborative learning and that collaborative moving forward together. So that's something that I'm going to be doing. But I'd like to say thank you all for coming on tonight. Thank you for Otis. Thank you for co-hosting with me. Yes, we've had a few sort of, I would say, technical challenges. But, you know, as I've said several times, the show must and will go on. So in winding down, Thad, would you like to say anything else?
I just, I had to ask my wife to pinch me this morning. I said, I'm going to be on the sofa with Esther and with the incomparable Mr. Otis Day. I say, am I dreaming or what? So, I mean, I count it an honor and a blessing. And I'm just grateful and humble by where this music journey takes me. And I just want to say thank you, Esther, for having me on the show today. And it's been a real pleasure. To Mr. Otis Day, I salute you. And to what's my man name up here?
Absolutely.
Dareel Marley.
My name is Marley.
Man, keep doing what you're doing, man. Your music is awesome. I expect to hear more from you.
Brilliant. And Thad, what I would like to do, I would like to have you on again, because I'm going to be talking to Terence a little more in detail on Monday as well. So it would be nice we can expand, and hopefully we'll have a better, you know, not so much interference. But gentlemen, I'd just like to say thank you. And I'm just thinking, what shall I play out with? What am I going to play out with as I end on the sofa with Esther? And I'm going to just do eeny, meeny, miny, mo. What is this one? All right, well, it's gone back to Superstar by Otis again. So we're going to play out with that. And thank you so much for co-hosting with me.
You'll be coming back this way again, baby. Baby, oh, lady, I love you. I respect you. No good.
Yeah, I listened to a lot of this while I was growing up, and it influenced me a lot.
You listen
Yeah,
to
I
a lot.
love this kind of music. Yeah, I listen
You're in
to
good
a lot
hands.
of jazz music, soul music. Yeah, yeah.
You're
We
in
didn't
good.
have no telly, so you always have your radio. So it's just what the radio plays that you listen to. So they always play the jazz music and jazz, country. I listened to a lot of that growing up.
Excellent.
And
Excellent.
yeah,
Absolutely.
I love this music. I love your music, sir. Thank you, same thing.
15.
Sir, I love your music. I'm really gonna download all of it right now. I love your music. Yes, sir.
Well, gentlemen, I'd like to say thank you again,
You,
and it'd be a pleasure to have each and every one of you back on another time. Definitely Thad on Monday again with Terence, so we can
Absolutely.
pull apart all the wonderful things that you guys have got coming out this year.
Okay.
Otis, I am looking forward, and you know where I'm at when you bring out your stuff. You know where I'm at. Let me be one of the first. Dareel, these gentlemen did say that they would love to, you know, more about your music and stuff. So I will exchange details, and it's that individual, each of us as individuals doing what we love, moving forward, but then as a collective, that's where the power lies. That's where the power lies. So thank you, gentlemen.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Take care, guys.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.